Hello and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Night DM. Once again, the Sunday Knights will continue on their adventures in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host, Stuart, the Sunday Night DM. Before we head out, we'd like to take a moment to say thank you to Epidemic Sound for the intro soundtrack, at Beluga Tunes on Twitter for the SKDM logo and all character-related artwork, Johnny Neal for the introduction voiceover, Streamlabs and Streamspell for the stream background and player borders. A special thanks to Chris for his background work on hosting the stream. With all that out of the way, I invite you to sit back, make yourself comfortable, and let's see how the nights roll.
Sunday Night DM presents The Beast of Bastion Bay, starring Rob as Raffinor Grekas, the High Elf Rogue, John as Black Ratchet, the Half-Elf Monk, James Timrak Cracked Tooth, the Black Dragonborn Pirate, Nessie as Nala, the Bronze Dragonborn Sailor, Millie as Just-in Time, the High Elf Wizard, and Chris as Craven Longhorn, the Tiefling Cleric.
Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to Sunday Night DM. This week's episode 7 of Beast of Bastion Bay. Black Ratchet back with it. Episode 8 even. Wow.
I just put it on the screen.
Knows how much of a conversation we were having before we started. Getting back into it. You guys, when we left off last time, had been you investigated the lighthouse. You found clues to the Medusa caves. You'd returned to the sea snake, climbed aboard. You'd relayed where you wanted to go to Captain Jaasan and the crew, who turned on you. You managed to defeat Captain Jaasan. He was then put in the hold by several members of the crew, and Timrak then took over as the captain, and you then sailed towards the Medusa caves, where you climbed ashore after hearing a strange melodical music in the air. You went inside a cave following movement that you'd seen. Traveling for a short while, you came across an encampment that had been turned over with no obvious exit through. Timrak found a small opening in the wall where you posted Justin, and then you all followed through. And as you got to the other side, you could hear strange clicking noises at regular intervals on the other side. You are now in a room that is about 45 feet across and about 40 feet to the opposite wall. You can just about see two exits out of the room, one to your left and one to your right. Make a perception check.
Our first live food delivery.
Seems like it's coming from the one on the right.
Is this familiar, or is it just completely an alien type thing? I have no idea.
Make a perception check.
7.
It
Like
sounds
clicking.
like it sounds like a regular clicking.
Okay.
Click, 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 click. I mean, it's
So
hard.
it's
It's
kind
hard to
of
tell.
rhythmically timed kind of thing.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like it's echoing off the walls.
We're currently in the dark, aren't we? Like...
No, Nala has a torch lit.
And looking around, nothing visible.
You can see shadows moving off to the in the tunnel to the right hand side.
And that's the only way other than where we came through?
No, there's another tunnel off to the left. There appears to be something blocking it.
Oh, it's blocked by a wizard.
Justin is currently behind everyone else. Justin, make a perception check. Yeah, you got really a high perception. You look down around your waist, and you have a rope attached around your waist, and it is still attached to the hole that you came through. Because you were told to move. Yeah, you make a survival check. Yeah, you managed to find the ends of this rope, and you managed to remove it from around your waist. You are now free. Which direction? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Craven is currently standing in front of you. The shadows are still. The shadows are still. They seem the shadows in this tunnel entrance seem to be moving a little bit closer, and they seem to be quite large. There appears to be some kind of the shadows seem to be quite large, moving in a like kind of rocking motion, as if it's the shadow of a creature.
Doesn't usually end well.
Timrak, what are your favourite enemies?
He does the victory, Captain.
Okay. What would they be? Being the okay. Okay. Yeah, you make an intelligence check. I mean, it's hard to tell from the shadows, but they look like they're large creatures, as opposed to like medium sized like you are. So they are larger than you. There appears to be light behind them, and as the shadows get closer, I need Raffinor, Timrek, Craven, Nala, and Black Ratchet to make perception checks. Justin, you're hiding behind. Yeah, everyone except for Justin.
18.
Yeah.
Justin's trying to find my tail again.
Okay. Okay. Raffinor, Nala, Timrak, Craven, you can hear a snorting noise coming from that direction. Black Ratchet, you can hear whimpering coming from beside you, where Justin is like hugging Craven's tail and
Seems
whimpering. But yeah, it sounds sounds like heavy snorting or heavy breathing.
Weirdly, Craven's starting to get used to it.
No,
not the heavy breathing.
So are you trying to get out? Yeah, you run towards the shadows with your torch. As you get up to the corner, I need you to make a intelligence check. No, just make an intelligence check. Yeah, you see the creature that is bounding around this corner, kind of forcing its way through, is a large creature wielding a giant battle axe, horns on its head, hooved feet, snorting through large nostrils, furry shoulders and thighs as it pushes its way around corners and steps into the door. It's struggling to fit. It is like squeezing its way through. Like the head of the axe first, pushing its way through. You are not close enough. Nala's is so far the only one that's seen this because it's still around the corner for the rest of you. You go up to it. Okay.
Did I hear her say anything as she went in?
Do you say anything out loud? And you just walk off into this.
I was following the general direction she went. That sounds a bit odd. He's like, I'm not going.
Okay. Follow. You watch as Nala goes. The torchlight goes into this tunnel entrance and kind of cuts most of you off. Timrak, you are now struggling to see in the dark, but the rest of you can see just fine. Craven, as you come around the corner, you can see Nala walking towards this large, hulking, furry, horned creature with this axe.
Why would you hug that?
Are you trying to hug it? Okay. Make a strength check. Okay, that's a natural 20 plus 4. As you reach out to hug it, Yeah, but it got a natural 20.
Okay.
As you reach out to hug it, the bottom of the axe comes up and pushes you back into the room. And I want you all to roll for initiative.
Yep. Didn't even know numbers went that high. 11. Changing my D20.
Okay.
I suppose if we all roll crap, then it pans out. But
Black Ratchet 10. And Raffinor 12. Raffinor? Okay. A little box of tricks. I do. I have my little box of rings. Okay.
it's to a TPK.
So, of course, the lower numbers are on the bottom. Okay. So, Nala is going. Timak is going first. And then Nala. Then. Oops. Raffinol, which is there. And then Craven, who is there. And then Black Ratchet is over there. And then Justin, who is there. And then the creature who is there. Okay. Right. Timur. Can't currently see what is going on. Yes. And you saw her as she was shoved back into the room. Yep. Yeah, you can see it. You are out of movement. You are 30 feet. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. "24 hits. No, hold on. You throw it. It hits it in one hand, and that one hand lets go, but it's still in the other hand. Does that end your turn? It was a specific attack trying to get it to do a certain thing. So no damage. It was like a target attack to make it. Yeah? Yeah, you can try. As you throw it, it manages to move its hand up, and you catch the axe, and your harpoon just skims it and keeps going, and then returns to your hand. Okay. Oops. Okay. Nala, you are closest to it. It is within 20 feet of you. Yeah, you can try. You roll once for each hit. Both hit. Is that total? Okay. Some sort. Okay. Alright. How far away do you have to be? Okay, so you walk forward 5 feet. It's now within 10 feet. What's the save? What's the save? It's got to make a save throw. 14. Sorry. What was that damage? Okay. Okay, so, Raphael. You watch as Nala starts to rage and steps forward into the entry. You currently can't see what's going on. And you're muted. Okay. Are you following close, or are you stopping a little bit further back? Okay, so that's 20 feet to be able to see what's going on. Yeah, you can hear. It's not being quiet. You can hear everything that's going on. You can hear roaring and. Yep.
It's a sign.
Okay. Yes. Good. You can fire a couple of arrows in. In that direction. Yep. $21 hits. I think. Two, I think. Both hit.
Wrong campaign. Smashed it.
It growls and sort of picks his axe up, and he's now got his axe back in two hands. Black Ratchet. Oh, sorry, Craven. Craven, you're up. Black Ratchet.
Have I got line of sight on him, or is kind of do I need to? Okay.
Yeah, you
Fine.
can see him.
You
can see him behind Nala. You can see him.
Oh,
filling
like,
up
look.
Most of the.
Right. I will
To the way.
pop off a second level guiding bolt.
Okay.
Uh, 24.
24 hits.
That's... It dies.
You mean you don't
I just
have
had to
enough?
get them. Hang on, into the mic.
Five.
Shut up. 15 points of radiant goodness.
Radiant.
And the next attack made against him will now have advantage.
As the bright light of your attack hits him. What does that have advantage on? Any kind of creature other than undead?
No.
What? Okay.
I mean, it's
as
radiant
your
damage, so
bolt kind
dependent on.
as your bolt kind of hits it, it starts glowing. A bright white color. Is kind of closes its eyes as it's gripping tighter on its axe. Is that end your turn? This is you.
Yeah. How far am I from it?
Black Ratchet.
Roughly.
You are 25 feet.
I am
You are
good
far
with
enough
that.
back. You're muted, Black Ratchet. You are really far.
No.
You're about 50 feet away, but you can't really see it. You are over here. And it is hidden away around the corner over here. You can see everyone else, like, firing.
There's a vague
arrows.
glow coming from around the corner now.
Yeah, you can now see this bright glow, brighter than Nala's torch, glowing from around the corner. And it looks kind of like holy white, kind of like the vision of God, light. Okay, so there you go. Pull out your crossbow. $12. You fire your crossbow bolt, but you do get advantage because of it's bright and you can see it completely because of the Maybe.
Ooh. Nothing to see here.
Oh, what did you get on the second one? Yeah, the second roll. What did? Yeah, no. So you take the higher one, which was the 14. No, which was the what, 12? Yeah, you fire it, and it actually kind of sticks in his axe handle. There's now a crossbow bolt kind of in the middle of his axe handle. You get 2 attacks. Yeah, so you get to make a second attack. Yeah, that is. Okay. That ends your turn, I'm assuming. Justin, you can see this glowing white light coming from around the corner. As Black Ratchet fires a crossbow bolt, into where this glowing white is. The glowing white is still there, but it's slightly dimmer now. Yeah, you can see Nala's torch right on the corner beside Nala, on the ground. Control flame. Okay. What's the range? Yeah, you're all fine. So yeah, you kind of tighten your grip on your staff, and that flame just goes, and the whole torch that was there is now completely engulfed in flame. As the flame is now really bright. Is that your turn? Or would you like to move and have a look at what? I mean, there is another exit out. He could try and make a run for it. The other exit is over here. So yeah, you can just about see the other exit right here. There's something blocking. Yeah, you can't really tell what. Yeah, you can go over there. Over there. There's some kind of like wooden gate or something leaning up against the entranceway. You will have to wait for your next turn. Maybe. Okay, so this creature's turn now. And it is going to. It is going to take a step back. And it sort of bends over. And it's going to run towards you, Nala. And make a attack with his horns with a 24. 24 hit. Nala. Okay. You take 31 points of piercing damage, halved. And I need you to make a strength saving throw. Okay, so yeah, it's bent down, it's charged towards you, it's hit you, and you have managed to block it as you feel it pushing you backwards slightly, but you've stopped it in its tracks. But you did take quite a bit of damage. Yes, 15. Damn barbarians. Okay, Justin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. You are standing in front of this wooden doorway. And you manage to move out the way as this door falls down in front of you. And there is a large axe-wielding creature standing in front of you. However, that does end its turn, because it took an action to get into the room. And we're back to the top. Tim behind you, you hear a crash, and the floor shakes as Justin has moved out the way as this wooden door has fallen onto the ground in front of her, and you can just about see a second creature, different from the one in front of you, behind you. Very edge of the light, so it's really hard to make out what it is. From where you are, it's about 40 feet. Okay. Yeah, you step up behind Nala, you can kind of reach around. Nala's still kind of holding its head. Make a strength check. Yep. Check, not a saving throw. Yeah, you are holding its head.
Did my guiding bolt kick in for anyone yet? Oh.
Yeah. Black Wretched. Yeah, because it's currently engaged with another. You would technically get the flanking rule. Oh, yeah, that is. Yeah, both hit. Okay, so as you reach around Nala, your glaive going in, how do you want to kill it? Yeah, you've now got this Minotaur head in your hands. As this glaive is he stepped around, you brought the glaive down. It's not within line of sight. You don't know. You don't know exactly where it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, you use your 5 feet of movement. Oh, hang on. No, you don't. You use more than that. Yeah. Okay. That ends your turn. Nala, you have a Minotaur head in your hands. It's quite large. It's a little heavy, but because you're raging, it's strong enough. Beg pardon? You manage. You move 10 feet. You turn around, line it up with this other creature, and then you'd have to dash. You'd have to use your dash as well. Yeah. Justin is. There is enough room to get past Justin with this head.
No.
Are you using your dash action? Are you using your dash action? Okay, so you run up using your dash, holding the head, horns out. Make a dexterity. Make a dexterity saving throw, Justin.
I think we bought our dice from the same place. So, no.
Give me 1 moment. I'll be right back.
Funny you should say that. Been discussing about resin options for printing of my own. Yeah, it's rubbish. I still haven't found that one I threw ages ago. I'm not sure we can ever constitute me having had a peek. Oh, I see. Sorry. The other one. I mean, I've got me D1, like the D100, big nasty thing, but I still think I'd roll 2. Yeah. It's like, I don't see it stopping any time, and like, I'm not sure which number to read. We have we got just going through the bag now, so we got a D20 blasting barrel. So no Polyhero dice sponsors, hello.
Okay, I am back.
We're available.
Just
throwing out a plug shamelessly. Yeah. Anyone know?
Or
We can get your name out there.
okay. So, Nala, make an attack roll. What did you get on your dexterity saving throw, Justin?
I believe Justin
Hello?
got a 2 on his dex save.
Okay. What did you get on your attack roll, Nala? Yeah. 20 hits. Okay. Roll 2d8. Nala. You are going to take
He's like, yes.
2 points of piercing damage as you kind of move out the way, but you don't quite move fast enough, and the horn of this
He's got the
Minotaur
arm.
grazes your arm as you don't get your arm out of the way fast enough. Okay.
What?
Okay, so you that ends your turn, Nala, yes? Okay. Yeah, smells disgusting. It's large, kind of long, spindly arms, long fingernails, quite muscular, thick legs. Has 2 legs. Doesn't appear to be very hairy, kind of baldish, but you've kind of got it in the thigh, and it's got a big axe as it's holding it above you. Raffinor.
What?
You have witnessed Nala turn and run towards where Justin is. You can see this shadowy creature if you turn around and look. Okay, you turn around, have a look. It's large. Make a history check. I mean, you've read about creatures like this. You've not really seen many. You've not really had much experience in caves like this. But the back of your head says it's probably a troll of some kind. Just from what you can see where you are currently. It's looking a little
Mildly
angry.
miffed.
It's got a Minotaur head stuck in its thigh and a Nala attached to this head. Okay. Yeah, you move around a little bit. Fire arrows. Uh, 19 hits. 21 hits. Yeah, you fire a couple of arrows. Go in. You fire above Nala's head, and they kind of catch it in the shoulder. Doesn't appear to affect it very much. Looks just kind of angry. It looks more like a hedgehog. Black Ratchet. You turn around. It's closer to you. It is about 25 feet away. Okay. Yeah, you load up your crossbow. $18 hits. Oh. Oh, can I have that back up? Thank you. It went a bit dark. Second attack. Yeah, that hits. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you get your damage in. It's kind of thick, darkish green black blood is dripping over this Minotaur head that's in its thigh and a little bit on Nala. Does that end your turn? You're not moving any closer? No, it's cool. Okay. So, Justin.
Don't I go
You
before
are.
shit?
Yeah, sorry, Craven.
It's a wait a second.
Sorry, Craven.
Look.
Yes, Craven, it is your turn. I'm sorry I missed you. You're
I
very
roll
right.
advantage
You do
now.
go
Okay.
No.
How close is it to me?
It is not close enough. It's within 60 feet.
Feet's good.
You can just about see it around the
Okay.
corner.
I'll adjust around to get a bit closer so I can get a better feed on it.
Yeah,
just a
you
little
step
shimmy.
kind of next to Raphael.
I mean, does it look particularly hurt by any of this, or is it just like quite hardy?
You can see blood. You can see. It does look kind of hardy. Doesn't look like it's breathing heavy. Just looks like it's really annoyed and angry, and it has blood kind of dripping from all the wounds it's currently inflicted. From what you know,
Okay.
yeah, probably.
There it is. So I shall reach out my hand and cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. Is that a save?
It's a wisdom save, please.
Very wise. 18.
It's a very wise troll.
No, it's not very wise, but it rolled really high.
Shit.
It's 18.
That saves.
Does it take half damage?
I'm frantically reading the spell description. Please stand by. Is that? No. There was, in fact, I missed the bell. It's like, I didn't toll anything. It's like I sit there and go, oh,
yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
I mean, would have worked if it had worked.
Great. I shall huff, and that's my turn.
Okay.
So,
Justin.
even when I can cast, it doesn't work.
Justin.
Take my holy symbol, throw it on the
You
floor.
are 10 feet from this creature. Make a perception check. I mean, it looks like it's probably got some metal on it. It's quite dark where it is. And its clothes are its tattered like loincloth thing is shade of grey. The light is far behind you at the other end of the room. So, what do you want to do? From okay, what's the range on that? Okay, I would say you might want to take a step back. There is only one. You go back as far as the entranceway you came in. Okay. What's the save? It doesn't automatically hit. It's got to be a save. Hold on, let me look. Forget how crappy your thing is. Hold on a second. Let me have a look.
You're it something. What? I got my golden bolt off, damn it.
You have to make an attack roll. So you roll a 20. You fire this tiny, like 4-inch orb towards this creature. It keeps going. Behind it, you can just about see a puff of smoke. Does that end your turn? Okay, so it's now its turn. Nala, I need you to make a strength check. So this creature tries to shove you off. And you kind of hold your ground, holding this head into his thigh. Instead, he's going to reach his hand down. And that's a 23 to hit. That is 10 points of slashing damage halved. And that's a natural one. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, that's not a natural one. That is a 14 to hit. It was a 7. I misread the dice. Miss hit. Okay. It kind of reaches down its head. You kind of manage to move out of the way. And... Timrak. Timrak, it's round to you. You can just about see it round the corner, but you are. It's got maybe 3/4 cover, and you are 30 feet away. Yes. Hunter's mark is now on it. Okay. Yeah, both hit. Okay. Yeah, so as you get your 2 jabs in with this glaive, it kind of drops to one knee, uses its axe to kind of push itself back up again. It's looking a little rough, but it looks like it's still dangerous. Because it's got 2 legs. It's sort of like more like stumbles, so kind of like drops and uses its hand to lean on the side, but then stands back up again. Nala, you are currently holding its head into its leg. Yeah, you let go of the head. What do you want to do? Yeah, you kind of reach back, you pull out this great sword and transfer it to both hands. Probably not. Uh, yeah, no, that misses. You kind of bring your blade down. It kind of catches in the top of his axe. You get 2 attacks. Okay, yeah, both miss. Does that end your turn? Okay then. Okay, yeah, it's within 10 feet of you. What's the save? Yeah. Okay. Kind of electricity kind of sparks across its body. That ends your turn. Okay. Rafnor. You're up. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it through everyone. Yeah, it's still towering above everyone, so you can still shoot above. Nope. Yeah, that hits.
Oh. She's raging.
Okay. You've fired this arrow. How do you want to dispatch this troll? Yeah. Are you thinking like a Harry Potter troll, where the thingy hits him on the head? He kind of looks around for a moment, but yeah, no, your arrow goes up. He kind of watches it with his eyes as it gets closer and closer and closer. His eyes lock on it as it hits him between them. Nala and Timrak, I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh god!
Timrak, make a strength check. Timrak, make a strength check. Make a strength check. Yeah. This troll starts tipping forwards. Its axe falls down. You manage to move out the way. As you step back, you grab a hold of Nala and you jump backwards, and this axe, and then the troll follows it, and they miss both
well
of you.
played.
Lands in front of you. Map. No. Underneath this troll creature is a wooden door.
Can I just do a quick peruse? Is Nala looking okay? She's taking some larrups.
You have a look at Nala. She seems to be doing all right. She seems like she's like holding her own. A couple of minor scrapes, a little bit of blood trickling from the corner of her mouth, but other than that, it doesn't look like she's like on death's door.
Good to know.
Is that a fair assessment, Nala?
I'm 2/3 alive.
Yeah.
Kind of a glass is half full kind of guy. So.
Okay, so yeah, this troll is laying on this wooden. It's not so much a door in the normal sense. It's a piece of wood nailed with other supports going across it. It's more like someone's built a door and then put it up to stop people using it. Where the troll is currently, you can't really see around them. But you can see that the tunnel does go off for about 15 feet behind them on the other side. But they are quite large and they are filling up the entranceway. You make your way over to the Minotaur. Make an investigation check. When you go over there, you kind of move his loincloth to the side and you find a small leather pouch tucked off to the side.
Snake!
You find a small leather pouch tucked off to the side. Close inspection. This is not a male Minotaur. This is a female Minotaur. But with a small leather pouch off to one side. Other than that, they don't appear to be carrying much else.
Wow.
Open the pouch. You open the pouch and you look inside. You can't see anything in it. It doesn't feel particularly heavy. It just looks like a small leather pouch. Yes. The start. Your wouldn't your. Cloth. No, it's nothing fancy. Just a square of cloth. You just wrapped around your neck. It probably could, but it'll take you some time.
Yeah.
As you it is there's no natural light where you are. It is completely the light is dying. The torch is dying, going out.
They're like how easy is it to get part of the horn broken off of the Minotaur or something? I make you a thing.
Over there. You go over there. You look at the this Minotaur head stuck in this thigh. I mean, as the troll went down, the head went underneath it, so it's kind of propping it up on one side. Make an investigation check. No, Nolan is no longer carrying.
That's a solid 5.
I mean, yeah, the flame on it was expanded to make it brighter, and it took over the whole thing. So it's burnt the whole torch. The whole torch is now gone. From the flame. He can see in the dark, but yeah, you go and help. Craven, make a. Are you telling him you're bringing the light over? And you hold it out. Yeah. So as he comes over, as you're bending down to look, you can sort of see the head. You can see where it's gone into the thigh. All of a sudden, your vision is like taken over with this brighter light that's shone on it, because you're used to seeing in the dark, and momentarily disorientated about how you could possibly even get the head away from the troll's leg. It could be done, but you can't really see the horns. You can see a little bit poking out the back, but it's not. You go over there. Have a look at the bits of wood that you can see. Make a perception check. You can see markings on it. Regular interval markings on it. But you can't really tell what language they're written in or anything like that. It's just regular interval markings on it. but it's hard to see properly because there's a troll laying on it.
Can we try and move the troll out of the way?
I mean, it's a large creature. Probably take more than one of you.
Well, give me a hand to clear this space out of the way.
Yeah, you're over there. Craven's on one side, Justin, you're on the other. Both of you make strength checks. I don't know. Justin's quite strong.
That's a 12
total. Nala, are you going over to help? Craven, what did you roll? Okay. You're gonna help, yeah? Nala, make a strength check. Total. You're a little bit tired from raging as well. Oh yeah, so Craven, you're on one side, you kind of get your hands around a meaty hand. Justin, you kind of grab a meaty finger. Nala, you come over and you grab the head. One hand on each ear. And you're all kind of tugging. You hear crack. Crack. Other than that, you... Yeah, Craven, you and Justin are both straining. Nala, you're visibly exhausted from the exertion of being angry. You can't see very much of the door. Okay. Yeah, make a strength check. You manage to squeeze in there and get behind it, while everyone else is straining to tug this troll. You find a purchase on the opposite side, and you just give it a good shove, and it. Nala, Justin, Craven, dexterity saving throws.
12?
Okay, yeah, as this thing suddenly moves, Justin, the finger you're pulling on, you're kind of pulling it up towards your head. As it moves, you go onto your back, and there is now a troll hand on top of you on the floor. Craven, you're tugging on this the other hand on the opposite side. Your hand slips, and you take.
Oh no! Really?
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Falling on my arse.
That is. You don't fall on your arse. You actually fall, and there's a not.
I fall on the horn of the Minotaur,
don't I? There's a rock behind you. You kind of fall back on it, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you land, and it kind of finds a chink in your armor as it catches you. Nala, the head, your hands kind of slip off, and the forehead of this troll is now resting on your feet as you are sat on the floor, kind of holding the head on your legs in front of you.
So, am I stuck under it as well?
No. You just your grip slipped and you fell away.
I'll go to Nala first.
As you get to Nala, make a perception check. Timrak, make a perception check. Most of the door is still covered by this troll, but the marks on it you see are kind of 5 marks, 10 marks, straight lines down the door on this inside, like fixed distance apart, as if someone's gone
like a troll coming out
down the inside.
Oh.
They're smaller. They're like humanoid hand marks. What did you get, Craven? Yeah, you go up. You can see that Nala is just holding this head. She can quite easily get her feet out from under it. She's not holding it. It seems like it's fallen on her feet, but it's more like it's fallen between her legs, and she's kind of straddling the head, holding its ears.
I'm not putting it down. I just put out a hand. Is that coming?
Nala, you take his hand. Yeah, you help her up. You get over to Justin, who is one finger, the pointer and the middle finger, either side of her face, or either side of his face, as the whole hand is kind of on top of Justin, and he's kind of looking up, kind of like this.
I'm running out of words for you. I will attempt to move the arm, but obviously it went really well last time.
Make a strength check.
6.
You are finding it really hard
Do anything.
not to laugh at Justin. You're finding it so ridiculously hard to laugh at Justin that the effort that you're trying to put in to move this hand stays where it is. Your tail is kind of quivering slightly as you laugh, or as you try and hide your laugh. But you can feel it twitching all the way down to the tip, and you're just not putting in the effort to lift this hand. Make a perception check. Oh yeah.
Just I was laughing at you.
Raffinor, Black Ratchet, what are you doing while Justin is strapped under a hand?
Just sitting here with a drink going, oh, this is great. Popcorn. Exactly. Not the best way to ingratiate help, is it? You're attached to it.
I mean,
Having a barbecue.
Timrak, how close are you to it? Yeah. So yeah, you use control flame, and the flame, a little bit of fire comes off the torch.
That's another torch gun.
And lights his loincloth. The flames up. It takes 5 or so minutes, but yeah, the smell starts. It's not pleasant. Oh, it's like burning.
You're the only one that can't go away.
It's disgusting. Black Ratchet. Yeah, make a strength check. What was that? The arm is, the wrist itself is probably as thick as Timrak. So it's quite a large hand. You kind of manage to push your way out. You can become free.
I just get really irritated that I just clearly can't do anything. I'd stomp off through with a hole where the door was.
You try. You can see Black Ratchet standing at the other end of this troll, a huge smile on his face, kind of wiping his. He's found like some rag on the floor, and he's wiping his hands on this thing he found on the floor, where he's got this slimy stuff from this troll on his hands.
Not a word.
Okay, so what are you doing? Oh no, she's managed to rescue herself out.
I'm just sulking in a corner. Wet paper bag? No. Can't lift shit. Can't cast a spell.
You make a perception check. Black Magic perception. Yeah. You can see the path. Kind of splits off into three. You can hear water rushing. In the distance. You're not quite sure which one of the paths it is coming from. But it your senses tell you should probably have another drink. Your stomach rumbles at that point. You haven't had a drink in a while. You're running on empty. Who else is going that way? Okay. You all managed to sort of, having moved the troll, there's a little bit more room to get through. You all managed to squeeze your way past it, and you come up behind Black Ratchet. There's a narrow path off to the left, slightly wide one, straight ahead, and off to the right, there's a dark shadow in the wall, about 5 feet before a wider path that goes through. I mean, Stephen Squawking's technically a phoenix. So, I mean, you brighten up his fieriness.
Wonderful plumage.
Okay. Yeah, you send him down. You watch as he disappears. Turns around. Gets to the other end. Comes back. Fire!
What's up?
Yeah, it's Justin. Justin, make an intelligence check. Justin, make an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Natural 20. Yeah. As he squawks, sigh, glance away, and then you can hear and feel this weird thing in the back of your head. As a voice, you can't work out where it's coming from because it's not anything you've experienced before. And it kind of starts off as a whisper. It gets louder and louder. Make a Constitution saving throw.
You'll work for me now.
Hell. Yeah. So you
What's up?
You feel a little fluttery in the stomach.
It's just gas.
The effects of that alcohol that you've had previously have completely worn off. So you're beginning to realize that this isn't a side effect of the alcohol. This isn't a side effect of the strong drink that you were drinking. This is someone communicating in your head. And you look at Stephen squawking, who's staring right into your eyes, glowing, flapping his wings, is kind of hovering there. Which way now? Well, he flew off. He came back and he was saying another tunnel, another tunnel, another tunnel, another tunnel, another tunnel. Okay. You send him down the next one?
In the distance, is
and he flies off. You can see him at the very end of this tunnel, about 40 feet away, as he kind of settles on a rock, just sits there. He doesn't respond. He just sits there at the other end. He doesn't respond. He's just waiting. You guys are all watching Justin as he's like talking to the bird. It doesn't seem to make much sense.
I just
about
sigh and start walking down the tunnel.
His bird flew off. Which one? The one that
wherever the bird is. Yeah.
Stephen's squawking food. You make your way down.
Well, it's not dead.
You make your way down. At the very end of this tunnel, you can see he's sitting on a small mound of rocks, and he's sitting on like a cross-beamed sticks, sitting at the top of it.
Right. Insight check.
Make a roll.
Natural 20.
What are you trying to find out?
Is he deranged?
You get the impression that as crazy as you know Justin to be from the short period of time that you've been with him,
absolutely believes this bird's talking to him.
You don't know much about wizards, but you have heard that they can speak to their familiars, so you're assuming that's what's happening. Make a history check. He's a phoenix.
History.
Yes.
Back on form. That's a 3.
Yeah, you really don't know much about wizards.
Funny breed. Which I gave him the scroll to get this pissing thing.
Yeah, you're like, why is this happening? You don't understand.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this bird is sat on this cross above this mound of rocks. Okay, you go over to Stephen. Get closer to this mound. He's not moving. He's just sitting there patiently waiting for you. You can see that there is a tunnel off to your left, a very small one. And to your right, there is a small cavern with more of these mounds of rocks with this strange cross in the top. Yeah, make an investigation check. It's hard to tell exactly what they are. They all look fairly similar in size and age. You have never seen one before, so you don't know what it is. You've no idea. Just a pile of rocks with a stick sticking out the top. Nala, make an investigation check. Yeah, same for you. You've never seen one before. You don't know what it is. Pile of rocks with a stick in the top.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Go on then.
All right. Anyone else who's having a look? Make it.
I'm not even saying what I rolled.
You have found your beer. You have found your beer, and there's still stuff in it. Well, having a drink. What did Raffinor? You got quite high, didn't you? Craven?
8.
Yeah, it's a pile of rocks with a stick.
I go over to Black Ratchet. Have you got any spare?
Seen one. Black Ratchet, you've probably seen them more than most people. It looks like it's burial ground for pirates of some kind, possibly, maybe. You're not sure. Raffinor, you've read about them but never seen any. But it certainly looks like this is where they would probably bury someone with a marking for their gravestone. You count them, there's this small cavern's probably got maybe 6 or 7 in it, and then this one, which is just outside the entranceway. Stephen Squawking is still sat on the top. He kind of flaps and he comes and sits on your shoulder. Danger. You have a look around. You don't see anything.
Can I pop an Eyes of the Grave again?
Yeah.
60 feet around anything.
You get the sense there is an undead presence. 60 feet.
I missed the latter part of that. 60 feet away.
Within the 60 feet.
Uh,
There seems to be a lot of it, and it's hard to judge exactly, whereabouts within that 60 feet. It seems like it's coming from within that 60 feet in quite a large area.
So it's a big thing.
Certainly seems that way. Or it's a lot.
I'm getting undead ping.
So,
I mean, I can deal with undead, but I'm not entirely sure my deity wants to help me anymore. Exactly, as I intend to check my holy symbol at some point to make sure I've still got it. I don't know, maybe I dropped it.
I mean, make an investigation check. Right.
5.
Might have dropped it. Could have dropped it at some point. You can't feel it on your person.
You know what? I'm gonna cast Channel Divinity. What have you done? Why?
Okay.
Why me? Why? Yeah.
Okay. Well, exactly. Well, are you trying? Are you contacting your
Trying
deity?
to. I just think I've been left behind. Nothing works. What have I done?
Roll a percentile.
God.
Oh fuck! I've got to get 2 dice now.
One there and one there. Right, here goes.
Just 2 10.
15. No answer, is there?
You don't.
Yep. I think low's good in this instance.
You don't get like a definitive answer. Not that you've ever spoken to Kalemvor anyway. But you do get that feeling that, like, deep within you,
They're still there.
They are still with you. They will help you in your time of need.
I've had many.
But
I got eaten by a shark. I got better.
Oh, there. Kalemvor is still with you. You get the impression that
They're slightly
maybe what you're
disappointed
doing,
in me.
even though it's not wrong, even though it's not working, they're still with you and they still have faith in you.
Thank you.
But
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
but you get the feeling that Kalemvor has led you to this moment.
Okay.
You are doing everything that you need to do at this moment.
I have a low threshold of things to do. So,
Yeah, you get up. You all kind of gather yourselves together. Bottle shatters. You all start walking down this small tunnel. Who's in front? The tunnel's about 3 feet wide, so I mean, it's not like none of you fit. I mean, you all fit, but just you go. Okay, so Stephen is kind of flapping his wings, going 5-10 feet in front of you, slow speed. In front, lighting the way, following along. Who's at the back?
me.
Okay, Craven, make a perception check.
Great. Perception. 17.
Here,
The D100. No.
as if something has fallen behind you.
I look back.
You hear it again. You can't, from the angle you're at, where you've left, you can't see anything moving. You hear.
I hear thing. It's like, something that way.
How long does your Eye of the Dead last?
Oh, good. Hold, please. Eyes of the Grave.
Yeah, that one.
Say. Oh, until the end of your next turn.
Okay, so
it's just like a
thing. It's a one
radar ping.
Bing. Okay. Yeah, you.
Pretending I didn't hear what you
going.
just asked me. Still a thing.
Didn't ask you anything.
Third thing.
You can hear a thing. You hear movement.
Movement. Is the ground fairly like solid and there's like stones or rocks or anything around?
It's gravelly.
Okay, can I find a decent sized rock or something to pick up?
You bend down,
cast light on it and chuck it back where we came from.
As it goes back, you can see shadows moving.
Shadows.
Plural. Shadows.
Oh.
They seem to be moving fairly slowly.
Things.
So yeah, Stephen he flies fast. Are you all booking it?
What sort of point of the day are we at this point? Okay.
You don't know. You're not sure. You're
inside.
There's no natural
my
light.
Recent ping, and this came out of nowhere. I'm gonna pop my last Eyes of the Grave.
There is undead movement behind you.
Oh, undead.
It doesn't seem to be gaining on you.
Just there.
But it seems to be keeping pace.
Oh.
So as you're moving, it's moving with you.
Awesome. He says, if we go faster, does it go faster too?
You start walking a little bit faster. You have to push everyone who's in front of you forward. Justin is 20 feet ahead.
On.
And it is getting ready. He's standing on a corner waiting, watching everyone as they come up. Who's following up behind Justin? Okay, Nala, you're next. Then Black Ratchet. Timrak, you're next. Raffinor, Craven is kind of shoving you forward with his shield. You meet this corner. There's two ways to go. You can go straight, or you can go to the right, or to the left. Justin, you're in front. Pick one. Straight ahead. Okay, you head to the left. You go back to where you came in from that entranceway, past the troll. You are in that little entranceway there, with the troll still in the doorway. Which way are you going? No, you are at the end with the troll.
We're back where we started.
The way you haven't gone yet. Okay, you start heading down that way. Steven's in front. Are you all following along?
Yep.
Okay. Follow it along. 15, 20 minutes, half an hour. It's still going. Craven, make a perception check.
Natural 20.
The noise has faded. You're not quite sure how long ago, but you can no longer hear the movement.
Yeah, they've gone quiet. They're up to something.
The tunnel the tunnel you are currently in has no paths off it. You can feel yourself going down slightly at a gradient. But there has been no paths off it. You can see a faint light ahead, Justin. You faster?
Some bastard with a torch.
You faster still. As you get to the bottom, as you get to the very end, it's another 5-10 minutes before you get to the other end. As you get to the other end, it opens up into a 20-foot wide entranceway with big doors in front of you and sconces on either side, flickering candlelight. You go up to the door. There's no.
Any markings or any kind of identifying features?
What languages do you speak? Craven?
I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Infernal.
Nothing that you
But
recognise.
there's something.
Yeah, there's some scratches on the door.
Anyone?
I'm not quite sure what they are. Justin, bang on the door. No one answers.
You are an elf.
Doesn't appear to be anything that you recognise. It's not in any of the languages that you recognise, Raffinor. Timrak? No, it's none of those. It's not a language that you recognise. Craven, it looks a little bit like Infernal. But it's, I mean, there's an odd character hero there that you recognise, but it's not a language that you, that you know. Fine. He's not saying anything, but he's sitting on a shelf off to the one side, his wings at his side as he looks like he's resting. Yeah, you go over there. There is a scroll on the shelf. Okay. Out loud? Okay. Okay. Do you only speak Elvish? Okay, well, thankfully it's written in Elvish. Okay, so let me just read to you what you read on the spell.
So you read it out loud. What have you cast? Because we're all together and you've just cast Fireball on our head.
Okay, I need you to make a... I need you to make a d20 roll. Add your intelligence modifier.
Thank you for joining us for Bastion Bay. This is the final episode. Yeah, please read my t-shirt.
Total. You rolled a 9? Okay. You're reading out this. You're reading out this scroll. Yeah. Yep. So you're reading out this scroll. It's not making much sense to you because you've read of this spell that you're trying to read, but you're finding it really hard to read it. As you get to the end, you can feel a slight burning at the bottom as it starts. And it's gone. Nothing's happened. This scroll is gone.
I'm assuming I don't know enough about that sort of thing to understand what just happened.
You don't speak Elvish by any chance?
No. It was more a case of Justin standing, reading scroll, poof, nothing going on.
Justin's gone over there. You've watched him as he walks to the side and he starts reading off the scroll. And you don't recognize what's written on the scroll. It doesn't make any sense. It looks like a spell. And then it's gone.
I just looked to it up. What did you cast?
You don't know if it worked. Don't know if... Justin, make a history check.
Might be proficient.
Because you got...
Yeah.
Yep. Wait. Oh, hold on. Plus 2. Okay. Okay. There was no title on this scroll. There was no title on the scroll, so you actually have no idea what this was supposed to do, or if it did anything. You have no idea. You don't feel any different. Stephen looks exactly the same.
I'll go back and check the door.
The door? Yeah, the door is 15, 20 feet high. 20 feet wide.
Still won't
Metal.
open.
Still won't open. You have a quick look around. There is off to one side what appears to be making a perception check. There appears to be some kind of tarpaulin hanging over a slight portion of the wall next to one of these sconces.
It's catching.
Yep, it's just a torch, just a tarp hanging up next to a torch. Anyone else? Perception. Although Justin, you go over there, you grab the tarp, you put it down. There is a small cavern off to the side of this big entranceway, maybe 15-20 feet. Possibly a little bit bigger, possibly enough to fit 6 people. Off to the side, if they needed a rest.
I would like to go somewhere and forget today happened.
Yeah, this tarp, you realise that the inside of it, the pattern on it would match exactly the wall. So if you were to say rehang it, you could rehang it on the wall, and it would just look like a wall from the outside.
I like that.
So, Raffinor, are you hanging the tarp up? Make a survival check. Yes. Making a survival check with advantage. Yeah, you managed to. Timrak, you go over, you help him. You are now gone. You are able to take a rest. Sleep here for however long you need, or short rest, or whatever. And I feel we should end it there.
Yep. Next session, all new dice.
Next session, I need you all to roll new characters.
Wow. Well, I made a mini. Yeah, I'll just drop it. It's fine. Yeah.
Seems rather shocking.
Yep.
Craven. We're going
Yep.
out. Close now.
Okay.